Good morning. This is Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning. Quite as good as you.
The old side effect, I'm telling you. Love is in the air.
I can tell.
Romance.
Isn't it romantic?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good night.
Thank you. Let's see here. I was going to bring up something besides the side effect, the positive side of the COVID-19 shot. There are some people who have fevers and chills and don't feel too good for a few hours, but I feel like maybe I'm going to be walking proof that side effect can be, and I'm not saying for everybody, but can be feeling more romantic.
Mm. Well, what I feel coming on is a 60 Minutes episode.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't that make a good 60-minute? You know, they do investigative reporting, and they've done, I watch 60 Minutes now and again, and I know they've done a lot of stories kind of regarding the COVID situation.
Yes, they have.
And I would think that this would be a tremendous feature.
Well, it would be. I agree with that 100%, but it's already been proven on the internet. So I don't know that we need any, fact-finding missions on it.
Yeah, but that's not like sitting down with someone and talking to them. I could see you sitting down with Scott Pelley.
Well, I would like to sit down with Scott,
and
but
do a 60 Minutes feature.
I'd like to be there.
I would love to hear the intro that they would come up with to promote the piece. Yeah. Tonight on 60 Minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you on that. That would be quite a thrill, actually, to have the lights and everything that they use when they interview presidents and so forth. And but since it's already been documented on the internet, I don't know if they'd be interested or not. It's been on. Lots of different platforms, Skeeter and Glogs and Spacebook and many others. LongTube, others have picked it up. But anyway, just kind of keeping you folks informed on how Joan and I are feeling. And there was a question to Joan yesterday when she was downtown. Unfortunately for her, she's having to answer a lot of questions.
I'm sure.
If she was as feeling as romantic as I have since I've had the shot, and
what was what has been her response? See, that's what I know how it's affected you. You've been very open about it, but I've yet to see Joan since she got her second shot this past Friday, and that is the person I would like to talk to as well.
Well, you'll have to ask her. She answered the person with her personal answer, and I don't think I should. I don't want to embarrass her.
Okay.
I've never wanted...
Well, no, you've never been about embarrassing people.
I've never wanted to embarrass
wouldn't want you to go down that road.
I don't
all
want
of
to
a
do
sudden.
that.
It's a good version, though.
Getting away from love as much as I hate to, and it's on my mind. It's all I can think of.
I know. I can see
ever
that.
since that shot. But the Final Four matchups are set now. Did you watch any of the basketball last night?
To be honest, I really didn't watch much.
I didn't either.
The first game wasn't very close.
Yeah.
The second game, I don't. We have to talk to people who set game times.
No kidding.
That's
ridiculous.
I can't imagine the people in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
I mean, that last game last night, if you were in the Eastern time zone, would not have tipped off until 10 o'clock at night.
Well, the good news for those folks
I'll be honest, I was watching it, I fell asleep.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't know until this morning who won, but apparently it was low scoring.
It's close.
Between UCLA and Michigan, but close, and UCLA won it by 2.
Last second shot that didn't go or something like that. The good news for the folks out east is a lot of them are working from home.
Oh,
so
okay. Well,
they don't probably have to get up and go to work.
That's a good point.
So school lunch menus look like this. This is the last day of March 2021, and as we look back a year ago, we were just getting into the thick of some of us working at home a year ago during this period of time. Thank goodness we're here in the studio with you, and you folks are out working where you like to work. But today, at Anselmo Myrna, fresh baked turkey and cheese subs. They're also having Italian melt, oven-roasted hot dogs, grilled chicken salad with roasted flatbread, vegetables, fruit, and milk at Anselmo.
All right, Loop City today. This is the last day of March.
It is.
Oh, my gracious.
I just said that, yeah.
Oh, you did?
You didn't hear that?
I wasn't paying
Are
attention.
you working with me today?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to.
You don't pay attention to what I'm saying?
I feel terrible. Do you want to go into the Nebraska Land Hearing Center live read now after that, or do you want to wait for that?
I think maybe it's another problem.
Oh, I think you're probably right. On the final day of March, here's what they're having at Loop City today. Cowboy Cavatini or chicken gravy over a biscuit at Loop City today.
Sumner, Eddyville Miller, cloisons, corn, carrots, cheesy pull-apart bread. I think I read that yesterday. My apologies, but that's what you're eating today. Yesterday, you had beef and beef burritos.
All right, thank you. Sandhills Public School in Dunning today. Hamburger patty on a bun. They're going to put it on a bun for you. French fries, too. Sandhills, Dunning.
Thank you very much. Today at Litchfield, they're having popcorn chicken, mashed potato bowl with corn, dinner roll, pears, and milk.
Okay. Callaway today, chicken strips at Callaway.
Callaway, home of Roxanne's Underground School of Dance. I wonder if that's still going on. Well, let's see here. Thedford today, they're having breaded chicken sandwiches.
Sargent today, turkey sandwich, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, milk, and salad bar.
At Arnold today, chicken on biscuits.
All right. Broken Bow today. Looks like fresh baked turkey and cheese sub, toasted peanut butter and jelly with cheese stick, oven roasted hot dog, and grilled chicken salad with roasted flatbread. Choices at Broken Bow today.
Just so you know, at Arnold, they're not just putting chicken on a biscuit. They're putting cream chicken on a biscuit.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I would be kind of hard to make the chicken sit on a biscuit. Of course, they might think it's an egg, and it might work out just fine.
Easter time.
Yeah. And Cozad today, some of their choices will include chicken patty with a hot roll, mashed potatoes and gravy, ham and cheese sub, Italian chef salad with hot roll. Some of the choices at Cozad.
Ansley today, teriyaki chicken. With all the trimmings, of course.
Prairie Pioneer Center, Broken Bow today. Their menu showing hot dogs, mac and cheese, mixed veggies, apple rings, and Jell-O.
I'd like to thank Vero Wireless for being part of the show today. You'll see their logo on the page that we are sending out the live video feed on of the breakfast show on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook Live, any of those platforms you can use to watch the show and listen. And, of course, they've been helping us in the past several months with all the live streaming broadcasts that came in so handy during the time where they weren't able to have attendees to a lot of the sporting events and so forth. So thank you very much, Vero. Their national number, if you want to call, is 877-484-2376. I don't know why I'm drawn to these songs, but I can't help.
I understand. You know, it is what it is.
I just pull up a song, for instance. I just pull up any song today and yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it took a couple of days for the side effects to begin, but then, well, you know, just for instance, okay, I'm just going to play another song real quick. Just real quick.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Do. That we're going to ask questions about soap operas.
Oh, boy. How Billy's listening.
So now with soap operas, you get a lot of romance and love, but you also get a lot of heartbreak.
A lot of cheating, too.
Yeah. So, but anyway, here we go.
Okay.
The reason we're going to ask these is because as the world turns, do you remember that?
Oh, sure.
As the world turns in the edge of night. Now, I'm not familiar with that one. But anyway, they aired on CBS on April 2nd, 1956, and they were the first half-hour serial dramas or soap operas. Okay. So to celebrate that, we're asking questions about soap operas. And I think there's just a few on anymore. Used to be there were tons of them.
Yeah, there's a lot less.
Not quite as many anymore. All right, actress Susan Lucci played the character Erica Kane on which American daytime soap opera at its inception in 1970? Here's your choices. Was it The Guiding Light, All My Children, Days of Our Lives, or The Young and the Restless? Susan Lucci portrayed the character Erica Kane on which soap opera? Was it The Guiding Light, All My Children, Days of Our Lives, or The Young and the Restless? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And it's Big Pig Day.
It is. Chance to win a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza.
Dan loves a Reuben sandwich.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Reuben sandwiches everywhere.
Truly everywhere, including in a Runza sandwich.
What?
Yep, the Reuben-style Runza sandwich with corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Reuben dressing.
It's my lucky day.
Or lucky month. Try the Reuben-style Runza sandwich, available for a limited time. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, didn't get a call. We'll save that one for tomorrow. We should get an answer on that, I would think.
Yep, we'll ask it again tomorrow.
Maybe we'd get one on that. And to further invest in our communities. With all of their locations here in Custer County, Nebraska State Bank is proud to serve you in Callaway, Myrna, and 2 locations in Broken Bow, and online anywhere all the time at nesb.bank. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Connie Ulmer Accounting is ready to prepare your 2020 tax returns again this tax season. Connie provides tax services for individuals, families, farms, ranches, small businesses, and corporations. Connie Ulmer Accounting has provided income tax services for over 20 years. They also continue to offer accounting services, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Call the office today at 308-872-6101 or stop by the office at 946 South D Street in Broken Bow.
Rod's Ace Hardware is stocked up with the 2021 Toro self-propelled mowers, ready to help make your lawn beautiful. Exciting news, this year the 60-volt self-propelled bagging mowers are cordless. No more messing with gas. Don't worry about these batteries. They mow for 45 minutes on a single charge and start at just $469. Gas self-propelled Toros start at $369. And for the trim work, leave it to a steel cordless trimmer for just $199. And never mix fuel again. Get your yard in shape with Rod's Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
10 minutes before the hour, Mike Evans is in the studio, and I just want you to know right off the top, Mike, I don't know if I've ever felt closer to you than I do today.
I appreciate that, Dave.
Are you uncomfortable at all?
I am pretty uncomfortable.
By the way, I want you to know, Mike, feel free to use my stress ball or anything if you need to during this interview.
You've been playing that Merle Haggard song a lot, and I was thinking, Merle's got a song about everything. He's got a million of them, And I was thinking of that song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Lucky Star.
Oh, yeah.
You can send me love from where you are. You just stay right over there.
That's a great one.
That's good.
All right, I'll stay over here.
Yeah. You might have gotten in a little trouble with that John Cougar song, though, because it's called I Need a Lover That Won't Drive Me Crazy.
I know, but see, since Joan's been affected by the side effects of the shot, she could be saying that as well.
She could overlook that?
No, I could be driving her crazy.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Fact time.
You probably are.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get down to the feed business at Evans Feed in Broken Bow and Oconto. Okay. It's hard to make that transition.
Yeah, that was a huge transition. There was no segue at all.
Yeah, sometimes there's just no smooth way to do it when you're trying to
it's springtime, and he's talking about all the good things in spring. So there's a lot of oats being planted right now for seed. Okay, so if you need some seed oats out there, the farmers are finally able to get in the fields. They've been pretty wet, and so I just want everybody to know we got it in 50-pound bags and tote bags, and we got it in bulk as well at the elevator. So they're good, heavy, clean oats, clipped and cleaned. And we got 4 loads of them, so we got plenty of oats.
A lot of oats, and prime time to put them in, right?
Yep, they're rolling right now. Yep.
Got the moisture in the ground, 4 or 5 inches of rain, and
get you some quick feed and quick cover, and I guess that'll do the trick. They're not certified oats, but they're really good heavy seed oats.
Okay. Can they call ahead and talk to you about them, or do they need to come in and pick them up?
They can pull up to the elevator or the feed store or whatever. If they need some delivered, whatever, let us know.
Okay.
We've got lots of them.
All right, good. Ready to go.
Yeah. And so besides that, I guess we're on the subject of seed. Let's just talk about cane seed real quick and hay and gray seed. We're taking bookings on that right now, and a lot of it's already booked up, but want everybody to give us a call, and we'll write your name down on whatever seed you need and have it for you when May and June roll around. There's only so much that comes in, and once it's gone, it's gone. So just give us a call at 800-830-2119, or you can call into O'Connell there, whatever. But the 800 number catches both places. So.
Okay. So you're kind of gearing up for that part of it. What's going on with the cattle guys and gals out there?
A lot of mineral being put out, a lot of calves hitting the ground, and the up and down in the temperatures. We got a lot of need for biomass in the minerals, and next week when the grass starts rolling pretty heavy, a lot of guys will be looking at high mag mineral.
Yeah, you're right. This temperature 40-degree swing from one day to the next, and then last night I got down to 15.
Yeah.
15.
It did, yeah.
14 this morning, yeah.
So. Yeah, it makes it a little tough on them, and overall it's been a pretty good calving season, but there's, they've had issues like every year. But grass tetany is a big issue for a lot of people, and it's when you have a cow that has calved within the last couple of weeks, and she's milking heavy, and she's chasing that green grass. It's a classic setup for grass tetany. And we have high mag mineral loose, or we have magnesium straight that you can mix in with your feeds and other minerals. So,
okay, all right. How far ahead do they need to talk to you about those calf creep feeders and that you take out into the pastures?
I think I got about 60 of them, and there's probably 30 of them spoken for already. Okay. So there's we're probably there's some people creep feeding right now, fall calvers.
Oh, okay.
That they're creeping already, but the guys that are looking for it in the summertime, if they want to get on the list, they can sure do it.
Okay.
And we probably got like 30 or 35 more to rent.
All right. Do you ever dream you've had 60 of those when you started?
I said I would never own one.
I know. There's kind of a little bit of maintenance to those things.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance to them. Yeah, the cows are pretty hard on them. They're trying to get into those pellets, and they can't get there because it's just for the calvies.
Yeah. But, oh, boy. Yeah. Well, that'd be a good idea to give you a call then.
Yep. It'd be good to get on the list. And if you're looking for good milk replacers for your calves, we got plenty of that. Got pallets of milk replacer down there, and it's a good price on it. We've got 50-pound bags, 25-pound bags, and we'll even bulk them out into 10-pound bags if that's what you want. We sell a lot of 10-pound bags. It's kind of handy for people that might think they're only going to need it on milk replacer for a few days, and maybe they'll get another twin or something like that. So
do some trading around.
Yep, do some trading around.
Okay, you mentioned the elevator, custom mixes of all kinds for all purposes, all kinds of animals.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of 4-H and FFA mixes right now, and we have all the ingredients: cotton hulls, beet pulp, whatever ingredient you want, we probably have it. We've been doing it for a long time, so everybody's got their own fancy mixes, and so we cater to that, and we put a lot of it in tote bags, or we can bag it in 50-pound bags, and they come pick them up, or we can deliver it, or whatever. So yeah, a lot of hog mixes right now too.
Good. You've got the Vitalix cattle here in the room that you sent to Brent for stress relief, but it reminds me to ask you about the Vitalix tubs. What's going out now?
A lot of biomass tubs.
For what you talked about.
Vitalix with biomass.
Okay.
And then pretty quick here we'll go into the breed back tubs. The mineral tub. You want to put the breed back tub out about 2 or 3 weeks before you turn the bulls in. It's got a higher level of fat and energy and helps get them cycling. And then we also have the fly control tubs. You wouldn't believe it, but there was a lot of flies out last week, according to all the cattle guys, and they were already on the cattle. So if you're going to feed your fly control mineral, it's probably time to get started. Guys, typically in the past we've probably started that a little bit later than what we should, and so there's a lot of it going out right now.
So this is control through feeding, and then you also have products that you're going to have some follow up.
Right,
you won't get them all.
Yep.
So we got the cattle
rubs and the cattle dust bags and all the different kinds of sprays you can put on them, and it's an issue. I mean, they spread pink eye around, and people battle flies every year, and so we don't carry tags. The vets carry the tags, and so we've always kind of stayed out of that. And if they have them tagged, but they need some extra, the manure gets sterilized by our products, and it does not hurt anything else in nature. It's fine for the dung beetle and things like that.
Right.
And it's very popular. I mean, there's a lot of people that feed fly control mineral.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense if you can curb it there and then follow up with the other things that you offer as well.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah. That time of year, isn't it?
It is.
It is weird to see flies, but I think even folks in town have seen them, on the patio or whatever. They're a little early, like you say.
It seems like, I don't know how they survived that 37 below, but
I don't know either.
Somehow they did.
They got a fly house somewhere or something. I don't know, but sooner the better is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's probably about time.
The tubs really come in handy. You just went through 4 or 5 different applications that they're set up for, and you have that ability to order them up from Evans Feed or come and get them and put them out at the appropriate time and change, or even, I suppose, have some of the different ones out at the same time.
Yeah, they're a very good delivery system. Not only that, but you also get extra protein and energy and minerals, and it has yeast derivatives in it and enzymes that help them break down feedstuffs better. And I mean, tubs are a good way to go. A lot of guys feed cubes as well, and I think last time I was in here, I said we hadn't run out of cubes yet, but we did have to go on a limit for about a week of a ton apiece. And now I just got 20 ton in yesterday in the bag, so I'm good shape in bags, and in the tote bags I have 3 this morning, but I'm supposed to get more in. So it's just nip and tuck. But if you're looking for some good distillers cubes out there, we got the 28% all natural with 8% fat, and they're very, very popular, and they're very hard to get right now.
All right. Is anybody getting distillers in the bulk yet?
Yeah, but you have to have those ordered like 2 or 3 weeks ahead now.
So I wondered, yeah.
It's been a mess since the really, really cold snap, the natural gas deal and all that.
Oh.
It was hard on the plants, and they just got behind, and we're playing catch up.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I didn't run out, but I was scraping the barrel.
Well, a lot of different businesses, including yours, dealing with shipping delays and different situations, but you've been able to keep the products there, and I know the guys and gals appreciate that. You've got some notes there.
No, we're good. I went through everything. Just want to remind everybody to book their cane seed and get their seed oats.
Get set up for it.
You bet.
And then, of course, you mentioned 4-H and FFA. That's really underway.
Yeah, it's happening right now.
Yeah, and we're all making that switch over. But we've noticed, the bird seed and so forth, how much that enhances the number of birds you see, even in the summertime and spring. So no reason to stop doing that. You out small animal feeds, rabbits, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, we have mixed up a lot of bird feed this year. We make our own, and we try to take the dust out of it with a little soy oil. It makes it a nice, clean bird feed, and we add extra black sunflower, so it's just not all millet. Birds like black sunflowers really well.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good. And thanks for coming in, Mike. And I've settled down now. I think maybe the first wave is now gone. I mean,
hey, can I give a shout out to your staff?
Sure.
I swing in there to grab dog food and cat food now and again, and swing in, and there's always what can we do for you? I go in and pay, and then I walk out, and everything's loaded in the car.
Nice.
Ready to go.
That's just the way it should be.
It's appreciated, and I know other people feel that same way. So just wanted to give your staff a shout.
I'll let them know you said that if they're not.
Right.
They should be listening, but
yeah, they should be. If
maybe
they're
they
not,
hear
they're
me
in big
enough.
trouble. No, they're good guys. You got good people.
Yep, got a good crew. We're very proud of them.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out with the news. Looks like Andrew Ambrose is here. We're going to visit with him about Custer County economic development. We're going to visit with the bonfire today. And later on, we'll be telling you about some jobs available, all right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Pfizer reports a breakthrough in vaccinating kids against COVID. It says a small clinical trial found no infections in 12 to 15-year-olds and no serious side effects. CBS's Elaine Cobb.
BioNTech Pfizer say the results are particularly encouraging now, as the variant first identified in Britain has infected far more young people than previous strains.
More witness testimony scheduled for today at the murder trial of ex-Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. CBS's Michael George on yesterday's witnesses.
The jury heard from Donald Williams, a mixed martial artist, who says Derek Chauvin had Floyd in a blood choke, purposely constricting his blood flow.
President Biden travels to Pittsburgh to unveil details of a $2 trillion infrastructure proposal. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
You're going to see a lot of shock and awe as the White House rolls out this plan, which they argue is exactly what the public wants right now.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here was a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Nebraskans who buy fireworks in-state could have more choices after lawmakers advanced a bill Tuesday to broaden the kinds that can legally be sold. Senators gave the measure first-round approval with a 40-3 vote. The proposal by Senator Julie Slama of Peru is designed to give residents more choices without having to travel to neighboring Iowa or South Dakota, where regulations are more lax. It would define consumer fireworks based on how they're classified under federal regulations. Slama cast the bill as a matter of personal freedom, but some senators raised concerns about the impact of large, loud fireworks on neighborhoods and residents who suffer from wartime post-traumatic stress disorder. The measure would also give the Nebraska State Fire Marshal's Office the power to test specific fireworks and deem them unsafe if state officials receive complaints. Troopers with the Nebraska State Patrol have arrested a Colorado man following a two-vehicle crash on Highway 92 near Scotts Bluff. The crash occurred at approximately 5:20 p.m. Mountain Time Monday when a Hyundai Santa Fe and an Audi A4 were both traveling on Highway 92 west of Scotts Bluff. Preliminary investigation has revealed the driver of the Audi intentionally struck the Hyundai several times, causing the Hyundai to roll and come to rest on the roof of the vehicle. Troopers and officers from multiple agencies responded to the scene. The driver of the Audi, Fabian Hernandez, 31 years old, of Fort Collins, Colorado, was arrested for willful reckless driving, second-degree assault, and violation of a protection order. A protection order had previously been issued against Hernandez for one of the occupants of the Hyundai. There were no serious injuries reported in the crash. Hernandez was lodged in Scottsbluff County Jail. NSP was assisted by the Morrill Police Department, Mitchell Police Department, Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Office, and Valley Rescue.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking the NCAA men's basketball tournament. The Final Four is set in the West Region Final. It was top overall seed Gonzaga leading wire to wire against the 6th seed USC 85-66. Drew Timme 23 points to lead Gonzaga as the Bulldogs improved to 30-0 on the season and make the Final Four for the second time in school history. In the East Region Final, 11-seeded UCLA goes from the play-in game to the Final Four. They beat top seed Michigan 51-49. The Bruins were led by Johnny Juzang's 28 points. It is the 18th Final Four appearance in UCLA history, second most all-time, and they're the 6th double-digit seed to make the Final Four. It will be UCLA against Gonzaga in a national semifinal on Saturday. In the NBA, the Nuggets knock off the Sixers 104-95. It was the Suns beating the Hawks 117-110. Magic shocked the Clippers 103-96, and the Hornets down the Wizards 114-104.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Plenty of sunshine in store for today. We'll have high temperatures working up into the upper 40s. Winds a bit breezy out of the northwest, increasing to 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies will drop back to a low of 23. For Thursday, trending warmer, pushing up to 64 as winds become breezy from the south, and even warmer into your Friday up to 74 degrees. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
The border is in crisis. President Trump secured the border, but Biden is spending $86 million on hotel rooms for migrants. Now, Grant Stinchfield investigates Biden's executive orders and dangerous policies. Watch Stinchfield on Newsmax TV tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern as he reveals the dangers. Find Newsmax TV on all major cable systems or get it free on Roku, YouTube, Xumo, Pluto, and smart TVs. Plus, download the free Newsmax app on your phone. Help protect our border. Watch Newsmax TV's Stinchfield tonight.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
It's 8 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, 17 degrees outside, clear skies, winds light out of the northwest, barometric pressure still rising at 30-38, humidity at 79%. High yesterday, 48 out at the airport. I think we were at 46 here at the stations. An overnight low of 14, so it did get a little chilly last night. Sunset at 8:02 today, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:22. And it looks like we'll end up March with 4 inches and 86 hundredths precipitation. And that is a look at weather and news here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Wednesday. How you doing, Andrew?
Doing just fine.
Good. Now, you mentioned to me a moment ago, I told you about this side effect situation off my second COVID shot. And I'm just more romantic now. I can't help myself. It's a side effect. And I mentioned to you that I got the information, some of the information off of internet sites such as Skeeter and LongTube and some blogs and Spacebook. You mentioned to me that I shouldn't use the internet for information such as that. Could you explain why?
Well, I saw a quote on the internet once, actually, about Abraham Lincoln saying exactly that you shouldn't trust everything you see on the internet. That's an Abraham Lincoln quote from the internet.
From the internet?
Yeah, so that's just a little speckle of proof that you just shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet.
Okay, thanks, Andrew. But I'm doing my own testing here, so I'll let you know how it turns out.
Thank you.
You know what I have to say? This whole situation with the side effect of feeling more romantic
Sure.
and just generally about more favorable about love, is it makes other guys uncomfortable.
Well,
look, Andrew, I've never seen him this uncomfortable. Mike Evans was uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with, just feeling a little more love in the air.
So Andrew Ambrose is with us.
Thank you, Brent.
From
It's
the
great
Custer
to be
County
here.
Economic Development Corporation. Andrew, how are you?
I'm great, Brent.
Good.
It's great to sit across from you this morning.
Thank you.
So what's me over here in the corner?
You are doing great, Dave. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
So what's been happening, my friend, with economic development?
Well, it's been a couple of weeks since we've been in. Not a whole lot of change, a lot going on under the surface, behind the scenes, working on a few different projects. Do want to put another plug, those 4 county cash certificates. Time's creeping up on us. If you don't know, tomorrow is April. And so time is really flying here in the first part of 2021. I don't know if anybody else feels that. Mm-hmm. But we're going to come up on summer really quick. Mike was just talking about things that they're prepping for spring planning, summer. I mean, that's the kind of thing we need to be focusing on right now. So if you have those certificates, please use that as an opportunity to get back into our businesses across the county. Check in on them. How are they doing? What do they need since your last visit? What have they changed? We were on a tear of ribbon cuttings and grow awards across the county. And in Sargent alone, some of the progress they've made up there in that community is tremendous. A couple new businesses, some other projects that I knew are going on, over in Arnold. Always enjoy talking to Cheryl and Jesse and Annie over at Grazers do a wonderful job. How long has it been since you've been over there? Have you even been to Grazers yet? I mean, that's probably some place to really put on your list. So rediscover some of your communities here as things are still kind of slow before. There's a track meet every other day, come this time of the year. Things are going to start getting more and more busy. Events are going to be more commonplace. Obviously, that's an intersection of what we can do because of COVID and being able to get outside and have events outside. We're in for some real nice weather at the end of this week. So I would encourage you to take a look at some of those things that are going on. If you've read anything on Facebook about things that are going on in different communities, get out, explore. We've been cooped up for too long, so let's just go out and enjoy what we have here in Central Nebraska.
I know that we talked about. I remember talking about this pre-COVID, but I think it's even more prominent now. When you think economic development, at least my mind immediately goes to something new popping up. But sometimes I think economic development can just be keeping what's already here going strong. And it seems to me that here in our area, people stayed strong during the COVID situation. And that's pretty amazing. I mean, do you get that feel too? You have a much stronger feel for what's happening with businesses around Custer County, but did you feel that too?
Well, I draw the same conclusion you did, right? We had a unique ability here in Central Nebraska and rural America in general to stay connected with each other. Now, granted, it may have been, between a window or through a mask, but even then, we were still scratching and clawing to make sure that we maintained our human connection. And typically what that looks like is there's a plethora of rural entrepreneurship. When you look at averages across the country about how many people are employed, self-employed versus employed by a certain business, don't get me wrong, we have a wonderful base of businesses that do a lot of employment. But we can also trace back the Adams Land and Cattle and the Thomas Livestock to a single person who lives and works in this community. And so there's still entrepreneurial ventures that have grown to the point where they support more than just one or two people. And having that local connection, having that local feel, that foundation, that gives way to even showing up to work as a community activity. Right? There's a different level of community when you're working for and with someone who lives next door as opposed to working for the Fortune 500 company, right? But I do think that's an interesting comment that you made. Is we've had very few, if any, casualties through COVID as it pertains to business and people in the business community. In fact, the innovation that businesses have had to do through COVID and adapting their own business models has kind of seeped into other people. So I think about Jill over at Ortillo Dale and plugging in coffee to her business model. People are raving And you know, when I was talking with Jill, she was saying people are almost angry we're not more equipped to do more coffee, which is a crazy thing to think about. You walk into a hotel expecting, you know, a barista, but it's really fascinating to see people try new and different things. And exactly to your point, we're not courting a bunch of big businesses to move in. And Dave, you and I have talked about this before. So much of rural America is going to be focusing on what we have and growing what we have. A lot of the work we do is you know, we're off the radar, trying to make sure that we do things correctly and for the betterment of all parties involved, right? So we're not going to tell everybody about everything. But we know that some of the biggest challenges in rural business is the transition. And if we can figure out a way to do a really great transition of one business to the next, we don't lose a community asset. We inject new ideas and new capital into the market, and hopefully a business that can grow. And so one of my favorite things, one of the ways I started out in economic development, was assessing business life cycles. And so where is each business on this life cycle of are they startup, are they growing, are they plateauing in their growth, maintaining, or are they kind of on the downhill slide, or are they looking for a transition? That's really the piece that's going to allow us to keep our existing assets, because we know all across Custer County we have everything we need within our boundaries. So if we lose something, we lose our ability to support ourselves. And so that's where the business transition, assisting people in purchasing a business or acquiring a business, and making sure we don't lose certain assets, right? So, you know, Travis Barker and his team at Easy IT, you know, they've made the decision not to go with Viero anymore. And so we're trying to make sure that how do we get someone engaged and intrigued with Viero so that we don't lose that service throughout Custer County. You know, that's just one of the things that we're always trying to keep our ears to the pavement to make sure that if anything like that is happening, we're trying to line up interested parties to make sure we don't lose those sorts of assets.
Andrew, jumping in here, with that kind of overlay that you've given us here, do you think and I'm going to try to ask this carefully, do you think the economic environment, the business environment down the road will change so that maybe some larger retail type businesses will look at communities this size again, or do you think that's in the past, or do you know at this point?
If I knew what corporate America was thinking,
yeah.
I would be getting paid more money. I think we're in a really fascinating crux where COVID has introduced a whole new set of rules for doing business, right? And so I think through COVID, people started to really understand what work from home, what minimum personal contact, how that affected their blueprint and their footprint and their models for doing business. So is anybody out there on a rapid expansion plan for their physical footprint? I haven't seen any, but there are some that are taking the opportunity to acquire real estate. What that means for the future, I have no idea.
Sure.
I don't know what people choose to do with the property that they purchase. That's completely up to them. But when you mention, larger retail, that's kind of an ambiguous term.
Yeah, it is. It's gray. I mean, there's always been a fear that someday there would be too big of a retail store in town, and then you want just the right size. And I understand what you're saying. I just wondered if, some of the large companies are actually realizing it helps if they have bricks and mortar on a smaller scale for people to do a little shopping and maybe exchange things and do different things with the products they buy, and maybe down the road that'll come along. I'm with you. I don't think anybody really knows, but I think we're all hoping that someday there'll be some growth there. The other part of that question with what you laid out was all the jobs that we have available right now. Great companies here in town, in the county, in our area, looking for good employees. And we've always kind of mentioned here when we're reading these job availabilities. Hey, if you have family and friends or some old buddies or whatever the case may be that live somewhere else and they're a little unsettled, not very happy, tell them about all the jobs here, right?
Yeah, that's the other. It's not a if you build it, they will come sort of thing. So if we were to go out and put a whole lot of effort in recruiting a business that needs 20 employees, where are those 20 people going to come from? Because right now I can tell you with certainty, there are well over 100 openings across just Broken Bow, not including some of our other communities across Custer County. I think that's a huge red flag for us is how do we get people here? And that introduces the fold of housing. We recruit 10 people to the community. Where are they going to live? I don't know if you check listings often, but even those are starting to really shrink up.
They're drying up.
So we need a housing opportunity to match the job opportunities that are out there as well. I feel like I say this every time, but our unemployment is so low in this part of the world. I mean, every rural community seems to float at or below that 2% unemployment, which, again, if I had to sum that up, everybody that wants a job has a job. Yeah. Or anybody that can do a job has a job. I mean, there's not a whole lot of talent pool left. So those people have to come from somewhere. That's really the only reason that we've been exploring housing as deeply as we have over the last couple of years. But we also know that some of those jobs are skilled jobs. They take some sort of specific education. So we've had conversations, up and down with a couple of people like the hospital. How do we target those people and create a relationship? And it seems like, exactly what you're getting to is, we don't want to just cast a net in some metro area and say, are you tired of it? And have them come here. So many of those are going to come from a personal relationship. Yeah. And so that's strategies that we're trying to help formulate that, how do we make contact with students that are getting their education earlier on and remind them, we're here, we want you, here's an opportunity that's waiting for you when you graduate because we need you here and we want you here. And building that pipeline in those systems so that students don't leave or people don't leave our community and feel like they've been forgotten. Mm-hmm. That I think is going to go a really long way, but again, we're still tampering with this idea. How do we do that? How do we employ those sorts of relationship management models that, and who does it? Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, it's not a position in anyone's business, and it's certainly not something that I can do in my spare time. That's a full-time sort of job is maintaining all of those connections with all of these people that are spread throughout the state of Nebraska, the Midwest, and the country. Is how do we make sure that they know Custer County's still here and we want them?
And invite them here.
Exactly.
And then the housing side of it, of course, you have some new construction going on and some programs, which I personally think is a smart way to go, is rebuilding and restoring some property that we already have. There's, it always kind of, you hear this conversation, being quite frank about it. Well, hey, I know that we're hearing that we need more housing, but when I walk through my community, I see for sale signs on houses. How come we're in this situation? Well, I think one of the things is that younger people that are looking for houses, they're looking for a certain type of house for their family to grow in. Many of the houses that are built in this part of the country were built post-World War II, smaller homes that doesn't interest some of those folks. And so maybe the reconstruction is as big as the new housing as well. I know you've worked on both.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is that the available jobs have to match the available housing. And so I'm not going to expect someone who is working full-time at the bonfire to be able to afford a $300,000 home. And there's that rural disparity that you have the homes that are $200,000 plus and you have the homes that are sub $100,000, and there's not a lot of in between. When you get to the sub $100,000, that's when you kind of start to worry about the safe and decent housing. Mm-hmm. Is that something that I may pay $75,000, but am I going to have to put $25,000 into it just to make it a viable place? And is it big enough? If I got 2 kids, am I going to fit in a 2-bedroom house? Sure, we can make it work. Don't get me wrong, but so much now I think is also tied to, societal impacts, that the home is something to live in, and there's less, kick the kids out and say, good luck, we'll see you after dark.
Yeah, well, it is different. It used to be the houses where you spent just a few hours resting after you were working, and the kids were going to school, and it was different when those houses were being built. I mean, that's true.
And so, we've explored and we've instituted that housing rehabilitation program, which was a smashing success, and we're still getting people that are drumming up interest in that program, which is great, and that's going to inform a lot of decisions down the road. And we also had our district economic development organization host a workshop here a few weeks ago about land banking. And land banking is this abstract concept that I won't get into on the air, but it could be a wonderful tool, especially for some of those older, dilapidated housing, the lots, the homes themselves, a tool that we could institute on a regional basis that would allow us some interesting tools for making development more accessible. So, talking with a few people about the program, it's we're talking about tax foreclosures and those sorts of things. But if this entity could acquire a property, remediate it, get it to a point where it's feasible, asbestos remediation, maybe it's just tearing the thing down. If this entity can absorb that $10,000 or $15,000 worth of work and allow some of our developers to invest, the $10,000 they would have spent tearing it down can now go into building this home or remodeling this home so it fits somebody. That's going to be a huge asset and a huge incentive to get people to invest in those sorts of things. Buying something like a lot, building new with prices associated with it, it's going to be really hard to build a single family home for anything less than $200,000. But if I can buy this, 1,000 square foot home and turn it into something that someone can live in and can appreciate, maybe it was built in 1931.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a heck of a lot cheaper and more affordable than a new build. And there's not a whole lot of land to go around in new builds either. So we're going to have to get really creative about how do we repurpose some of these older homes because, like we've talked about here, building just kind of dropped off in the 1980s. And so we're going to have to find a way to be really intentional about the resources we have and take some sort of methodical approach into repurposing that so it can be used instead of just sitting there and on your drive to work, you shake your head, put it down, and then keep driving.
Yeah.
How do we turn that into an asset for our communities?
Yeah, well said. Good news is on some of those situations you're talking about with some older, smaller homes, there might be a purchase of that property or maybe two properties together and putting a larger house on a spot where there were two houses. Good news there is there's already sewer, there's already electricity and water there. So that 10 or 15 grand you're talking about is even bigger.
It is. And that's why, I'm really excited about this land banking opportunity. There's a lot of kinks to work out. It's going to be a regional effort, which, trying to do it Custer County ourselves would just not be feasible. There's a lot of administrative work. We're talking about a program that came to light through legislation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we need to work out. But doing it regionally, not only do we expand our base, it expands the opportunity for investment up front, but also investment in other communities. And so there are people here that, maybe we don't have a whole lot of lots in Custer County, but maybe there's some in Valley County, or maybe there's some Sherman County. Who knows? We have studies that show where people are coming from to work in Custer County. We know that there are people coming from Valley, from Garfield, from Sherman, that are coming here to work in one form or another. So if we can support housing on a regional basis and make people see us as this central hub, we have that opportunity. People aren't willing to sell here and let us rehab a property. Let's try and move this bucket, because we are going to be in this thing together, especially once we get to, housing supporting our existing businesses. Because I can tell you, in talking with Christina over Nord, their Hope Wanted list is just as long as ours.
Just like ours, yeah. Hey, well, anything else you wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about? We didn't think we had much to talk about, but always when you start talking about development of your communities, it's...
I gotta say, Brent kicked that off beautifully.
You did,
so.
and you got me settled down, guys. I think appreciate the sensical talk that kind of settled things down here.
Absolutely,
appreciate it very much. Anything else you wanted to?
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. I'd just like to play a little music for you this morning to close this out, and want to thank you for coming in, Andrew. Appreciate it very much.
My pleasure, Dave.
and we will help you achieve your goals and keep you moving in 2021. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Hop in and see the crew at Bow Bootery on the Square. They are so excited for spring. They would love for you to check out the sandal styles they have, plus they're marked 20% off. Sandals and Easter outfits go hand in hand. Finish off your cute outfit with sandals. Need to fill an Easter basket? Flip-flops are perfect to put inside. Spring-style choices galore await you at Bow Bootery. They hope you have a blessed Easter and look forward to seeing you soon.
It is 8:37. Brent Apperson is in the studio with us, and we also have special guests. We have some essential disinfectant wipes and also 2 cows and a stress ball with us.
Yes, we do. And our coffee cups as well.
Yes, yes. As promised, we have members of the bonfire crew here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you mind introducing yourselves to our audience? I know they would love to hear you guys, and I'd like to also know more about your personal lives.
Abby Maddox, and that's all you get, Dave. I don't have a personal life. Come down to Bonfire.
Yeah. That is your life, right?
Yeah,
the Bonfire.
The
There you
Bonfire.
go.
So come down there and you can see me.
All right.
And Scott Brazil.
Scott.
Same.
Scott, how do you pronounce your last name again?
Brazil.
Brazil. I ask you that every time, don't I?
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
That's
Good
all
to
right.
have you in. And well, let's start with Scott, and then we'll visit with Abby. When we've talked before, Scott, you're heading up the kitchen.
Yes.
But you're kind of many years ago, Scott, I worked at Sperry New Holland Manufacturing, and I helped build combines.
Okay.
And I was called the Universal.
Yes.
Because they would put me on a fork truck, and if they needed me somewhere else, they'd put me in press and shear. And next thing I know, I was working in 4 different jobs.
Yep.
Are you the Universal?
I am the Universal, yes.
So you help with even the hotel side a little bit?
Yeah. I've been working in hotels and restaurants since I was about 15 years old. So I've done just about every job there is in a business like this. So it fits really well for me, and it's almost like a second home.
And Scott, what is the? I mean, you must like it all, but what's your favorite part of it?
The people, I think.
Oh, good.
The staff, the people, the guests, the customers, the interactions with people. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And you get along with Abby all right?
We love each other. No, we do.
We get along swimmingly.
Yeah.
Don't you love it when we put you on the spot like that?
Every once in a while, there's a pie in the face.
Well,
or cake.
Or cake or something like that. Well, a lot of people who've never worked in the hotel and or restaurant business, I don't think, understand the pace that you folks have to keep to make people happy when they walk in the door, stay all night, and enjoy a night's stay, a good meal. And, Abby, I know at the restaurant side, there's times that you have a little downtime, so you're taking care of things, getting ready for the next rush. But once they all come in at once, you got to go, right?
Right, exactly. There's no stopping. You can't even think. You just go and hope you remember everything and make everyone happy. But that's the thing, is most everyone's understanding. So the people are wonderful. That's what keeps us going and doing it. So
it's hard not to, when you're driving down the street and you hit the stoplight, where you guys, you just automatically look in the window to see, what's going on inside. I mean, I think most everybody does that. And I have to just say, we're about a year back now from the start of the COVID-19, when there was so much unknown, and so we didn't know what we were supposed to be doing. I think that was a lot of the things that slowed things down here in this part of the country, just not knowing what we were supposed to be doing and what was actually on the way. But it seemed like, there was a lull there for everybody, and of course with you guys as well. But it just seemed like it wasn't very long, and there was people in the window again. It seemed like it come back pretty quickly for you.
it did, and it's been really nice. It's been about a year. We were shut down for Easter. Everyone was shut down. That was locked down last year, was Easter. So it's been really nice to see everybody and see everybody coming out and enjoying themselves again and not being, uncertain about what's going to happen. Like, everyone's coming out and enjoying. And we're really looking forward to Easter because of that, because we didn't get to see everyone last Easter. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone this Easter. So.
All right. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. You're throwing an Easter dinner, are you?
Of course.
All right. Scott, you want to tell us what you're offering?
To start with, we are having some different hours this Easter Sunday. We're gonna be open from 11 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the evening, and we're offering 3 different specials along with our regular menu and sides. We're gonna have prime rib, honey glazed ham, and it's called a croque madame. It's basically a toasted ham and cheese sandwich with a cheesy sauce over the top and a fried egg.
Ooh!
So kind of a brunch style sandwich.
Yeah. So that could be something you'd, brunch. You could work it that way, or go with the prime rib.
Yep.
The other direction.
Yep. So you got your heavy meat option, but you also have a kind of a lighter sandwich type option as well. We're offering 3 sides with those specials, and you can also kind of mix and match if you're ordering one of our entrees, our special features. You still like our buffalo chips or regular mashed potatoes, you can certainly do that. I know Abby likes her mashed potatoes.
Yeah. I have mashed potatoes with prime rib.
Yeah, a lot of people around here like mashed potatoes. You've probably noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds delicious. And that's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. How do you want to handle that as far as reservations or call-ins, or they just walk in? What's the plan?
We take walk-ins. We would prefer reservations, especially larger groups. Just kind of gives us a heads up, and we can seat and serve people a little bit more efficiently when we know what to expect. So reservations are requested, but certainly not required at all.
Okay, right.
What about to go? Can people order something and just pick it up and take it home? Okay.
Yeah. We always do to-go orders.
All right.
The brunch deal would be nice to go. If you could,
Can you kind of explain how you make that again? And it's like a ham and cheese.
It's basically a ham and cheese sandwich toasted, and we have a cheesy sauce that'll go over the top, and then we're just going to put a fried egg over the top, garnish it, and plate it real nice. And it's kind of a nice little sandwich. I made one for the staff the other day, and everyone really liked it.
I didn't get a bite of it. They ate it before I got to it. But it looked amazing, and I really wanted a bite of it. But yeah, so I'm ready for one on Sunday.
Well, you'll get one, Abby. I'm sure you will.
All
right. Well, that sounds great. And let's go back to this, and before we close the interview here, and remind folks of the times and all of that again. But let's talk just a little bit generally, Abby, about what's going on the pub side and drink specials, different things going on that you're doing right now?
Of course. We have April coming up, so we've been doing a drink special every month. I usually let them handle that, but we've been making them all fruity and stuff and fun, and putting fun straws in them. So I don't know what April's going to be. I know it's tomorrow, and I should know what it's going to be. But we're trying something new. So Jenna's got to tell me what it is. But remember, we always have happy hour 7 days a week now. 7 days a week, happy hour. 75 cents off drinks, $2 off appetizers. That means you can come in and get a chicken quesadilla for $6, people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great deal. 4 to 7, Monday through Friday. That's the best.
You said
7 days a week.
$6?
Yes, I did.
Wow. That's a deal.
That is a deal.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And what's the hours on Sunday again?
We are actually going to be changing them. So with Easter, after Easter, it will be 11 to 3.
Nice.
Starting, April 4th.
So another great option after church services and so forth on Sunday to drop in. I think some services start at 10, some of them at 11, so that works out pretty nice. They could come in and have a nice meal on a Sunday before they go home and nobody has to cook, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Any other questions you have, Brent?
There should be. I don't think
something serious.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I want to try this ham and cheese sandwich. That's what I want to try. That sounds good.
Abby, is there anything that we wanted to talk about that we didn't bring up?
Yeah, actually, we have some new things going on with our hiring benefits, and so we'd like to touch on that. So we have a health benefit, and we're not gonna get too much into it, but it is offered to all employees. So in a health benefit at a restaurant, enough said, in my opinion. If I would have been a health benefit when I was looking for a job, I would have been right at the spot.
Yeah,
so,
that's unusual.
For a server and cooks, hotel, front desk, the whole place. We got some new benefits coming in, so we always have our vacation time as well, other perks like percentage off meals and stuff. And now we're also doing a hiring bonus in some departments. Obviously, server, the hiring bonus is the tips you make. But we're doing a lot of different things, that aspect. So really looking to help the community out and help,
Well,
everyone.
heck, if, like you say, well, Scott, you can address this. You've had a lot of years of experience. Have you been in a lot of places, especially restaurants of this size that offer benefits to their employees?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all, other than, discounts off of meals, that sort of thing. I have never worked in a restaurant or a hotel that offered benefits like this. So this is something that we're really, really excited about for the staff and for the business in general, just to kind of see where this is going. And, like I said before, I enjoy working with the people and serving the people, and this is something that we can really offer and make people feel really good about the work that they're doing and the business they're working with.
Yeah, this is great. Is that is it full-time, part-time, both, or you talk with the folks about the hours?
A lot of it's contingent on the number of hours you work. Somebody who works 5 hours a week, unfortunately, that it's difficult to offer a benefit like that.
Yeah.
But we'll take an average of hours, and bonuses and things. They're also contingent on other aspects, what job you're doing, how long you've been with the company. Most of our benefits won't kick in until after a year.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. 6 months to a year is kind of the way it works. So
yeah.
Well, that's great news. And I believe, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but there's more and more people getting the COVID vaccine, their second shot, first shot. It's really ramping up. And I just got to think, as those shots become available, not everybody wants to get one, I understand that. But as those shots become available and are applied, more and more people are going to go, you know what, I want to go out and get something to eat.
Yeah.
And I want to go sit down and have somebody serve me, which we haven't done for a while. So I got a feeling you're going to have a whopper of a spring and summer.
I've actually already heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot. I've seen a couple people, well, I haven't seen you in a year, but we had to get out to go to the doctor, and so we figured we'd stop by and sit down. So, that's it. Everyone's getting out and about now, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
So come on down. We're happy to serve you. We're happy to see you. So happy to see everybody out and about again.
Okay. And I think the other side of that, Scott, is families will be having company in that haven't had company in for a year or more. And we don't all have the housing to put up all the family that we might gather with, because everybody's excited to do it. And I know you would welcome them with all the rooms, both the original side and the east side, to put family members in. And the nice thing about that, I always thought, was that then maybe the whole family can come down and meet and have something to eat together to avoid cooking for everybody all the time, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's a perfect combination of everything. Everything's coming together. Vaccines out, like you said. Great time. It's going to be a great summer.
Yeah. Beautiful Easter Sunday to be out, to come and enjoy your meals that you're offering. It's going to be in the lower 80s on Easter Sunday, if you can believe that. And it's going to be about perfect from 11 to 3. Run down that menu again, would you, Scott? That's going to be available.
Yeah, along with our regular menu, we're going to be offering prime rib, honey glazed ham, and the croque madames. We're also offering a choice of 3 sides, We're going to have deviled eggs, of course. Who doesn't like deviled eggs?
Oh, man, yeah.
We're going to do a potato salad and a fruit salad, and we're also offering a loaded sweet potato.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's something we do every once in a while. People tend to really love it.
Yeah.
We top it with some marshmallows toasted. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds really good.
Yeah. I think I know where I'm going Sunday.
Why not? Why not? Abby, always good to see you.
Yes, you do.
And
of course.
I must say that family member you mentioned that I took pictures of years ago was very handsome.
Oh, yes, he is very handsome. Thank you.
Scott, as I remember, you had some broadcast experience. Am I thinking that right?
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
worked in a television station.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did live news broadcasts, and then before that, I edited videos, commercials, and such.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we have faces for radio, so
that's right.
Well, that's why we're here. Television would not be good for us, but
No.
yeah, no,
or for the people viewing.
I guess we shouldn't say that. We're on the Facebook. But
Yeah, we're on Facebook. Good thing I did my hair today.
yeah, I
Yeah,
wondered.
yeah, there
It
you
looked
go.
like you got a new. Has it always been that way?
It has been for maybe a couple years now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you probably had a hat on last time I saw you.
I might have, yeah.
Before we let you go, I know we've talked a lot about Easter. If people haven't been in for a while, talk a little bit about your regular menu and some of the items, because I was in there not too long ago. I was really impressed with the variety that you have on there.
We do have a large variety. We are thinking about, making some changes for the springtime and the summer. We have a large variety of sandwiches, salads. We're not doing soups anymore, but we are doing a salad of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We're continuing to run with a burger of the week, so every week it's something different that we don't offer regularly. Gives the staff a chance to experiment a little bit, and it also gives customers and guests another option, another
Mm-hmm.
choice, something different. Even if you're regular every week, you have the same thing. Maybe next week it's something different that you can try.
Good, good. Last question. I know that there are rumors and fables and stories that the hotel is haunted. And I was just wondering, does RJ still haunt the place?
Of course he does. He haunts my dreams, haunts the hotel, haunts everything.
Thanks, Abby.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Scott. We appreciate it very much. Come back and see us, okay?
Of course.
When the truth is found to be
it's 5 till 9, you say it's currently 8:55.
I think it depends on your age.
Yeah.
Because, well, for instance.
Well, and I would think, and he wasn't from Nebraska. So I would think I always thought maybe that had something to do with it too, where you're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of his, wasn't a big deal, but that was one of his staunch rules. When you gave the time, it was digital time.
Well, you always want to listen to your supervisors, but at that point in your life, you might have thought maybe you didn't have to.
Actually, I feel that way now.
It's 9 o'clock.
When you choose ACE as your natural gas supplier, you receive more than a competitive natural gas rate. Community-owned ACE returns revenue to communities for projects such as a recreational trail in Albion and park improvements in St. Paul, Ravenna, Ord, and Broken Bow. Get a competitive rate and support local communities. Choose ACE during this year's Extended Choice Gas Selection Period, March 18th through April 22nd at aceenergy.org. ACE, heating homes, powering communities.
Connie Ulmer Accounting is ready to prepare your 2020 tax returns again this tax season. Connie provides tax services for individuals, families, farms, ranches, small businesses, and corporations. Connie Ulmer Accounting has provided income tax services for over 20 years. They also continue to offer accounting services, bookkeeping, and payroll services. Call the office today at 308-872-6101 or stop by the office at 946 South D Street in Broken Bow.
Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow is seeking a caring, high-energy individual to assist in patient care as a physical therapy technician. Responsibilities include assisting physical therapists with non-clinical tasks, helping patients move through the clinic, keeping treatment areas clean, stocked, and organized, as well as assisting patients with light exercises. High school diploma required, college student or college graduate with previous clinical experience preferred. Wage dependent on experience. Send a cover letter and resume to pearsonphysicaltherapy@gmail.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Pfizer says a small study of its COVID vaccine has found the shots to be safe and effective in kids aged 12 to 15. 12-year-old Caleb Chung was a participant.
I definitely hope we get back to whatever we would call normal eventually soon, but we still have a long way to go to get all the vaccines out.
President Biden unveils a $2 trillion infrastructure plan today. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
Should be $111 billion to replace lead pipes and ensure access to clean drinking water, $100 billion to build new schools, another $100 billion to expand access to high-speed internet, and $100 billion more to update the nation's electrical system.
Day 3 of ex-police officer Derek Chauvin's trial expected to get underway soon in Minneapolis. CBS News legal contributor Rebecca Roythe.
The testimony has brought to life the emotions that video triggered over the summer. So I think it's a very strong beginning for the prosecution.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking the NCAA men's basketball tournament. The Final Four is set in the West Region Final. It was top overall seed Gonzaga leading wire to wire against the 6th seed USC 85-66. Drew Timme 23 points to lead Gonzaga as the Bulldogs improved to 30-0 on the season and make the Final Four for the second time in school history. In the East Region Final, 11-seeded UCLA goes from the play-in game to the Final Four. They beat top seed Michigan 51-49. The Bruins were led by Johnny Juzang's 28 points. It is the 18th Final Four appearance in UCLA history, second most all-time, and they're the 6th double-digit seed to make the Final Four. It will be UCLA against Gonzaga in a national semifinal on Saturday. In the NBA, the Nuggets knock off the Sixers 104-95. It was the Suns beating the Hawks 117-110. Magic shocked the Clippers 103-96, and the Hornets down the Wizards 114-104.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Plenty of sunshine in store for today. We'll have high temperatures working up into the upper 40s. Winds a bit breezy out of the northwest, increasing to 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies will drop back to a low of 23. For Thursday, trending warmer, pushing up to 64 as winds become breezy from the south, and even warmer into your Friday up to 74 degrees. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Hi, everybody. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ. My mission is to, 1, encourage you to grow in your relationship with God, 2, make Jesus Lord, that means boss of your life, and 3, invite you to worship Him as you attend your church on Sunday. Of course, if you're looking for a church home or if you want some help with any of these 3 things, give us a call, 877.
They're also happy to offer gluten-free, vegetarian, and keto diet meals. For Lent, seafood is served up. Some options include salmon, fish and chips, and mussels. Keep up with all their specials by following them on Facebook. Dine in, dine on the porch, or take it to enjoy at home. Delicious foods awaits at Legends Neighborhood Grill in Broken Bow.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP SmartSide siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
It's National Ag Month, and Bruning Bank is proud to support the hard-working ranchers and farmers in growing and improving their operations. We want to say thank you for your resilience and dedication to your land, crops, and livestock production. Whatever your needs may be, Bruning Bank is here to lend a helping hand through our many financial services. Whether it be a personal or business checking account, online banking, or a loan, our staff is experienced and ready to help. Give us a call or visit us at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
The border is in crisis. President Trump secured the border, but Biden is spending $86 million on hotel rooms for migrants. Now, Grant Stinchfield investigates Biden's executive orders and dangerous policies. Watch Stinchfield on Newsmax TV tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern as he reveals the dangers. Find Newsmax TV on all major cable systems or get it free on Roku, YouTube, Zumo, Pluto, and smart TVs. Plus, download the free Newsmax app on your phone. Help protect our border. Watch Newsmax TV's Stinchfield tonight.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
It is 25 degrees outside with the sun shining here this morning. Brent and Dave with you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Thank you, Scott and Gabby, for coming in from the bonfire. Sounds like a wonderful Easter meal, and things really hopping there. That was a lot of fun visiting with a couple of very nice people. And, of course, Mike Evans, thank you very much. And Andrew Ambrose, as uncomfortable as you were, thanks for spending some time with us here. I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable. But he did kind of give me that look, same kind of look you give me sometimes.
I just don't, you say that constantly about me, and I just don't know what you mean by that. I'm just looking at you. I don't know how else you want me to look at you.
Well, we don't have time to discuss it here today. We have some jobs available for folks out there to consider. Right. We were just talking with Andrew about unemployment rate less than 2% here in Custer County. That means there's so many good jobs out there for folks. And, take a listen and see what's out there for you. It might just be the right fit. What would you like to highlight at this time, Brent, my good friend who I care very much about?
Thanks, Dave. Well, we can give you a job opportunity here. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Broken Bow. For a full job description and to apply, you go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. Now, an online state application is required, so you have to go to the website to apply. Again, it is statejobs.nebraska.gov. If you need help in the selection process, you can contact Nebraska State Personnel at 402-471-2075. And, of course, the state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I really do.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you.
They are open Monday to Friday from 8 until 5:30 and Saturdays from 8 until noon. Have a question? Give them a ring at 848-2288. They are proud to bring the same small-town service you expect and deserve to Broken Bow. They are there to work for you. Open now, Sandhills Motors in Broken Bow, home of warranty forever.
When you choose Constellation as your natural gas supplier, you can make a difference in your utility bill and for 4-H and FFA in your own backyard. Over the past 9 years alone, Constellation has contributed more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA, and it's definitely making a difference in Holdridge.
The money we receive from Constellation goes right back into our FFA and 4-H programs across the state of Nebraska.
In Gothenburg.
The support that we get from Constellation is critical to our FFA because without support, we can't do the things that we do.
In Mendon.
The money that's given from Constellation really does help our budget. It helps us provide opportunities for our young people that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
Now is the time to choose Constellation. Visit NebraskaGas.com or call toll-free 877-274-5710. But hurry, the selection period ends Thursday, April 22nd.
A history of success means proven performance, but let's call performance what it is: profitability. And boosting yours, no matter what the season brings, is the goal of DeKalb brand corn. Backed by exclusive genetics, whole farm solutions, and unmatched dealer support. Let nothing shake your perseverance. Ask your dealer how DeKalb brand corn can help you realize a future of performance. Always read and follow IRM where applicable, grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
When pushing yields, it pays to be flexible. That's why farmers pursuing profitability count on Asgrow brand soybeans and XtendFlex technology. And with the largest number of XtendFlex products for 2021, you can count on Asgrow to keep you out in front all season long. Ask your dealer how much further you can grow when Asgrow leads the way. Always read and follow label directions. Products featuring dicamba may not be approved in all states. Contact your state pesticide regulatory agency regarding the approval status of this offering in your state.
9:18, or 18 minutes past the hour of 9.
Yes.
You know what's nice about this upcoming weather?
What's that?
Not only is it comfortable, but it makes you want to maybe eat outside.
Yeah.
You know, and when you eat outside, it's nice not to have plates and utensils if you don't want to. You can eat certain foods out of a box if you want to. You can have a picnic so easily. With what I'm thinking about is pizza.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of friends together at the park, pick up a pizza, and enjoy. And we have Sarah on the line with the Pizza Hut. I imagine she'd be happy to make folks out there a springtime pizza. Good morning, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
We're doing well. I don't know. Everybody's kind of in the spring spirit going into the Easter weekend. The weather's going to be super good, might be a little breezy, but the sun's going to be shining. So we're going to be out and about. And as we just mentioned, having something like pizza to eat out on the back patio, having some friends over, sounds pretty darn good.
It does, definitely.
So what do you have going on that might meet those needs and others this week, Sarah?
Well, we're still honoring the national special for $11.99, a stuffed crust 3-topping pizza, which will be staying with us until mid-May. We're also offering a $21.99 special that includes a large 1-topping and a large specialty that's like a Meat Lovers and a Supreme. We still have our Wing Wednesday, which are bone-out wings are 70 cents, and our bone-in wings are 90 cents. Available every day. However, it is March Madness. We offer 16 boneless wings for $10.99. Just got to ask for it. We're still doing our Taco Thursdays, which is taco pizza, large, for $10. If you're honestly don't want any pizza and you want to do some pasta, we can also throw in your plates and napkins, even if you don't want to pull out dishes and want to wash dishes. We got plates, got napkins, forks for you. We can do Tuscany Tuesday. Our single pans of chicken Alfredo and medium marinara are $7, and our family orders, which are 2 pans, are $11. Or you can get both of them as a combo, and it's still going to be the 2 pans for $11. We also, it comes with 5 breadsticks, which you can add mozzarella cheese for $1, obviously. Get cheese sticks.
Man, you got it all, and it all sounds delicious. Now, Brett was over there shaking his head. Yes, I know that one. Yeah, that sounds good. Even though the pasta, even if you want to fix something at home, maybe a dish at home and then put the pasta beside it, that works good too. So lots of options there. Now, is the dining room open?
Oh, yes. Our dining room is open, and we are able to do full capacity now, but we still ask people to practice safe distancing while dining with us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. So it's been a while since things were, I guess, standardized and normal. What are the hours for the dining room now?
Our hours are still going to be from 11 in the morning till 10 at night.
Okay. Is that 7 days a week?
That is 7 days a week.
Oh, boy. And then you have the drive-through where people can pick up their pizzas out back, right?
Correct.
Okay. How's delivery going?
Delivery is still a little rocky. We still need some drivers. We're definitely hiring for sure. We really need to build our team, and we're accepting applications for all positions, every last position. Our delivery driver position, we have a few stipulations for that. You must be 18, have a valid driver's license, and be able to prove insurance, and you have to have a clean driving record. We are needing about 3 delivery drivers and are available evenings during the week, someone for day shifts on Saturday and Sunday, and evenings on the week as well, weekends as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. And all the way from the kitchen to out in the dining room to driving, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Boy, it sounds like things are rolling at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow 7 days a week, and you're still looking for, some good help, as we've been talking all morning. Everyone's looking for, good help out there, but the Pizza Hut certainly would be a good place to go and check out. Do they come and see you?
They can come see us. They can apply at www.jobs.pizzahut.com. They can call in and, get some help with that if they need. Also, Easter Sunday, we will not be open until 4 p.m.
Okay. All right.
And we will still be closing at 10.
Okay, we were going to ask you about that. So that the families can have some time together, and then you'll open up around 4 o'clock.
Correct, yes.
Okay, all right. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring forward, Sarah, that we haven't talked about?
It looks like April is the last month we can do Book It certificates. They expire May 1st. Remember that it's 1 certificate per child per day for redemption.
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like you got it going on, and we're happy that you're there, and we love having you on the show, so we look forward to having you back next time.
All right, I'll be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, you guys have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's 9:24, or 24 minutes past the hour.
Yes.
Or it could be 9:30. No. What would be the other way?
36 minutes in front of the hour.
36 minutes in front of 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
See, I don't ever do that very much. I do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Well, I still use the clock on the wall.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, we still have the old manual clock up there, and I got to be honest. I can't tell you the last time I did look at it. I mean, I pretty much just look at the digital clock on the computer now.
How are you going to know about Father Time if you don't look at the clock? Michael Davis dropped a note by today. As someone living in the Eastern time zone, I missed the entire second half of basketball, and still I'm tired this morning. Dragged myself into the office on time, more or less. That would be tough.
Yeah, they start, I mean, for Central and Eastern time zone people, they start late. I couldn't stay up for it. I fell asleep in the second half, too.
Well, Michael, just move to the Central time zone, my friend.
Yeah.
Central time zone.
Oh, boy.
Gibbons Electric of Ansley is ready for small jobs, big jobs, medium jobs. They don't care. They're ready to give you a free estimate. Just call Andy at 308-763-1193. Andy now has a shop location on the main street of Ansley, and he's ready to go to work for you with any residential, commercial, agricultural, electrical jobs. And Andy offers over 15 years of experience, and he is eager to work for you. The number to call, 308-763-1193. 308-763-1193. Check out their website at We Don't Monkey Around. I already played that song. I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, you did?
I wanted to push the monkey.
What did you want? Oh.
And I pushed the song I just played. I wanted to push the monkey, pull his tail.
That's all right.
So
it's okay, Dave.
Let me do that. Are you ready?
Sure. Oh, you're gonna. Okay, just pretend. We'll just hit rewind.
15 years of experience and eager to work for you. Call Andy at 308-763-1193. Go to their website. We Don't Monkey Around. Gibbons Electric in Ansley, Nebraska.
Well done.
Oh, this job's so much fun. All right, what else you have for us?
Sergeant Drilling in Broken Bow is looking for help, and they are accepting applications right now for full-time employment. They offer competitive wages, holiday and vacation pay, health insurance, and 401k. A good driving record is required, and a CDL is preferred. You can apply in person at their office, West Highway 2 in Broken Bow, or give them a call, 872-5125. Sergeant Drilling Company in Broken Bow, an equal opportunity employer.
KC Trucking is looking for a full-time truck driver. Class B, CDL, or able to get one, is required. Good benefits and competitive wages await you. You'll be home every night and driving the scenic central Nebraska area during the day. Call this number, 870-3563. Leave a message. If they don't answer, they'll get back to you. The number again, 870-3563 for an application and get started. Maybe you can work for KC Trucking. They are also looking for 15 to 20 REA posts. If you have some, give them a call at this number, 870-4051. 870-4051.
the new home decor items at Chapin's. Perfect for decorating your home for Easter. Square One Boutique and Chapin's Furniture, south side of the square in Broken Bow.
Oh, that beautiful song, Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman.
Yep. Can't keep your mind on nothing else.
That is a killer song, I got to tell you. Off-Broadway is so excited to announce their first public event in over a year.
Good.
Join them Thursday, April Fool's Day, from 2 until 4 for the release and signing of their new Off-Broadway cookbook. They'll have a book signing from the authors, too. Stop by and buy your cookbook, enjoy some yummy refreshments, and enter for a great door prize and receive a free gift for coming. They'd love to see you at Off-Broadway. The cookbook release and signing coming up Thursday, April 1st from 2 until 4.
Good, that'll be fun, especially the signing part.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Buy a cookbook and then have the folks who put recipes in it sign it, buy the recipe on the book. That'll be fun.
Okay, I've got a text in here. Just my pocket vibrated, and thumbs up on that Percy Sledge.
Oh,
people are feeling the love out there. You don't have to have a vaccine side effect.
You know, love can be contagious too.
Oh, it can be so much so. Yes. Come on, let it show.
Mm-hmm.
Love. Oh, I tell you, just. Oh. I almost feel feverish, but I don't. I'm just. It's just that side effect. Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't know whether I wanted to interrupt you or not. It just kind of looked like you went to a different place.
Oh, it's a different place, all right. Roxanne is, hey, you do that pretty good.
Thanks.
A board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, and she is ready to work for you to make your life fuller, hearing everything that is around you. Now, Roxanne's offering some specials. You can receive a $500 discount for buying local. She has generous trade-in values on old hearing aids. So call her to find out more about how she can help you out with state-of-the-art hearing technology. And she has a stimulus package that she's offering as well. So to call her. And if you're having a hard time understanding loved ones over the phone or in person even during this time of spring and summer, don't go into the rest of the summer and, not enjoy the birds chirping and enjoying what's out there. She can help you find a solution to your hearing. Ask Roxanne about the free amplified phones for residents in Nebraska who qualify. That is actually free if you qualify. So take care to call and call her at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. That's 4 doors down from the Bow Bootery, and the business name is on the glass window in the front. Roxanne at Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
With the holiday weekend coming up on us, be a great time to go to the movies.
It would be super good.
And this is exciting stuff. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the premiere of one of the big blockbusters this year at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
The premiere?
Ladies and gentlemen, is today the 31st of March? I want to make sure I get this right. Okay.
It is.
All right. It's Wednesday. That's today. The premiere. We find out who is the king of the monsters. Godzilla vs. Kong, premiering tonight at the Fox Theater. The premiere, 7:10 showtime,
7:10.
Tonight and tomorrow. And then it will continue Friday through the weekend into next week. Godzilla vs. Kong.
That's really the biggest movie out there right now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it hits theaters tonight, and it's hitting the Broken Bow Theater, Fox Theater tonight. So you can go for the premiere.
All right, do it. Do it. Enjoy.
Here's some other stuff that is showing. A couple of movies are going to be ending their run this week. That would be the big animated hit from Disney, Raya and the Last Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So still a couple of opportunities left to go see that if you haven't. Also, the movie Land, rated PG-13, is going to be ending its run this week as well. So check those movies out. One movie that is showing and will continue into next week is the movie Nobody. Have you seen the previews for this? It looks like a wild movie. Just a regular guy, and then it kind of looks like maybe gets infiltrated. His home gets infiltrated by robbers or something, and then he just takes matters into his own hands. Whoa. Anyway, it's a pretty big movie out right now, and it's showing at the Fox Theater. It's called Nobody, and it will continue through the weekend into next week. And then, starting on Friday, another new movie coming to the Fox Theater, Nomad Land, will be showing beginning Friday, running through the weekend and into next week. So check it out. It'll be at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Check out all the show times and also some other things that will be coming soon to the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Just go to their website, which is now watchthefox.com, and you can check out everything that is showing, when it's showing, and some new arrivals that will be coming soon.
All right, thank you, Brent. Dolly Parton is getting her own comic book.
Comic book?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's always been a superhero to many people, and now she's in a comic book. The country icon will be a part of the Tidal Wave Comics Female Force series, and she will be featured as a powerful woman who impacts the world. She just recently donated $1 million to help develop the Moderna vaccine. So that's some of what she does above the radar, but I think she does a lot of things, really nice for people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Some of the others that are going to be featured as characters in the superhero comic book for ladies is First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. Betty White also is one that will be a hero as well, and some others.
Oprah? I would think Oprah would have to be on that list.
It doesn't show that. Michelle Obama is going to be there. So, yeah, watch for the superhero ladies.
All right.
Last but not least, as far as tidbits of information, it's Tater Day, National Tater Day.
Tater.
Who doesn't love a potato? You just heard Abby talking about she loves mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways to prepare a potato. And Scott was talking about, a stuffed potato or a filled potato.
Yeah, sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Sweet potato pie. Gosh, you have chips.
Mm-hmm.
Potato chips. French fries. Hash browns. Mashed potatoes. Scalloped potatoes. The list goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tater Day.
Tater Day. Feel like we should run a clip from Ron White, the comedian. He always liked to use tater. I think he was called Tater, if I remember right. Yeah, Tater.
All right, before we close the show today, we'll be giving you a chance to register for the $250 in gift cards. And I understand from the meeting yesterday that we had with the staff that the business response has been so wonderful and participating as far as sponsorships goes that we'll be drawing a little bit later in May than May 3rd. So that date no longer will be the date we'll be drawing for the $250 prize. Actually be two $250 prizes.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be later in May because businesses love this idea of encouraging people to shop all around the area. And so we'll delay that drawing a little bit, but give you more chances to register.
Yeah.
Have you heard about, have you looked at, I should say, the new cordless weed eaters?
Well, I don't know about the newest ones. I have one that is.
Oh, you have one?
That runs on battery.
Does it work pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's some.
Yeah, it does.
The batteries just keep getting better and better for those. And Prate's Hardware, they're stocked up with the Toro self-propelled mowers and also 60-volt self-propelled bagging mowers, and they're cordless and start at just $469. They also have the trimmers at only $199 for the steel cordless. They also have the gas self-propelled Toros starting at $369 as far as mowers goes. So they're set up for spring at Prate's Hardware to get your yard in shape with Prate's Hardware in Broken Bow right downtown. And they have Rod and the guys will be there to help you. But they have some great selections on those kinds of things for springtime.
Yeah, those cordless ones, the weed eater and trimmers, boy, those cordless ones are really nice. Yeah, very nice.
I have one I got from Rod at Prate's is a steel gas-powered one. Mm-hmm. And I had one that I bought from him years ago, and I used it for many, many years, and it wore out. And then, so I bought another gas one. And I must say, even the gas-powered ones start easier and are easier. You know, I had a little trouble with the old one after it got older.
Sure.
It kind of flood on me, and I'd have a little trouble with it. And those sorts of things kind of, I can mess it up anyway with the choke and all of that. But that's even easier with the gas-powered one. So they'll get you what fits you at the Ace Hardware store here in Broken
And it's that time, man.
Yeah.
Get the sun out like it's going to be this week.
Yep. They have some zero-turn mowers. If they're not there yet, they'll be in. They sold a bucket load of those last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll get you set up, and they're sponsoring our sweepstakes registration today. And so next we'll take your calls at 872-2801 during this song. I should do this, though. I don't use this very often, but here we go.
Get those phones ready. It's time to get entered to win the gift card sweepstakes.
It's time.
Is that it? That's it.
Yeah, that's Then it's just music that you can talk over or do whatever you want to as the DJ.
All right, we'll play this song for you. I don't know. I just randomly selected it. I don't know why, but
you were inspired to play it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful song. I think you'll really like it. While we take the calls at 2.
Precision agriculture, ag data, and the newest technologies on the farm to get the job done in the most profitable way possible. Listen to the podcast now at withinaninchofyourfarm.com. Within an Inch of Your Farm, presented by John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer.
9:51, or 9 minutes before the hour.
Yes.
There we go. We had lots of calls.
We did, yeah. You were busy.
Yes. Thank you so much, folks. Appreciate it. And thanks to Rod at Prostace Hardware in Broken Bow. Amy Wenquest was just here recording the commercial. I would have liked to have gotten her into the studio here and ask her if they've had their COVID shots and if they had any side effects, such as being more romantic. I'm sure she wanted to be on, but she scooted right out the door.
Yeah, I'm sure she's really bummed that she wasn't available to be asked that.
I'm so sorry, Amy. Would you just come right back in here if you like and tell us about your experiences? What else do you have for us, Brent?
A few things here. Henry's Bar in Callaway is looking for an outgoing, energetic, and friendly bartender to work evening hours, 4 p.m. until close. Henry's willing to train the right person. Come to work at the newest bar in Custer County. A great opportunity to earn extra income. Give Henry a call at 512-501-0457. Willing to work with your schedule. And you can find that contact information for Henry by going to sandhillsexpress.com and taking a look at the full listing posted on the employment page. Also, the Garden Center in Broken Bow. Boy, you think Ryan's just pumped right now?
Oh, yeah.
With the weather that we're going to have this coming weekend and everything? Because Good Friday, I think we've talked about this before. The old story is on Good Friday you plant your potatoes, right?
Yeah, and it's Tater Day today.
And Tater Day today, and I think the weather on Good Friday looks beautiful.
It does, yes.
So, anyway, they are ready for you, folks, as you start to get into that mood. The Garden Center is your year-round garden center. They are ready for spring. You heard right. No more waiting around for the Garden Center, and they are getting things out as soon as they come in. Garden seed is in, so be prepared to walk in and grab the seed you need to get your seedlings started. Plus sweet corn, various radish seeds, onion plants, onion sets, and seed potatoes are all in. And they have some colorful pansies in right now, too. So check it out at the Garden Center, Broken Bow, Nebraska, currently open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and open on Saturdays from 10 to 2. The Garden Center, Broken Bow.
Speaking of pansies,
yes.
At the meeting yesterday, there was a conversation about starting to put the cars out back for the salespeople, and that's something I'd like to discuss in future shows because
Sure.
I believe there might be a pansy involved in that discussion.
Okay, I know where you're going. I think rather than a pansy, it's called just being a gentleman, I think is what that discussion was about yesterday at the meeting.
Well, I'm blinking my eyes.
We'll discuss it. Yeah, down the road.
Is it being a pansy or a gentleman? That is the question.
Here's the deal, folks. As we come into the springtime, obviously chances for severe weather will increase as we go to the spring and summer, certainly. And so you have this very nice, what's the word for it?
Car hood.
I can't think of the name. You know what we're talking about. Carport.
Carport.
Yeah. And so when we come to this time of the year, the girls pull the cars into the back, and then they have to walk through basically the grass or whatever.
Oh.
And so anyway, we had a discussion about that, and I offered to do something, basically just be a gentleman. And there were other people that, I don't know, just picked on me for it. But we can talk about that later.
Well, they're full women.
We've got one more thing to tell you about. Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts. You want to enjoy the weekend, Good Friday, Saturday, head on over to Brewbakers. They're in Arnold, Nebraska. Be a great way to start off a day. Spring has arrived there. They have spring silk flower arrangements in the gift part of their store. Spring decor is popping up everywhere, and there are even spring gnomes. Also, we want to stress this. You need prom flowers. It's already the prom season.
Yes, it is.
Order directly through Brewbakers by calling 308-537-3777. One more time, 308-537-3777. Orders must be in by April the 5th, and you would be able to pick them up at Brewbakers Saturday by 3 p.m., April 10th. The hours for Brewbakers are Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 3. Delicious drinks and treats you'll find at Brewbakers in Arnold.
We're going to close the show with a little music, and we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30. This is a song by John Fogerty and Bruce Springsteen called When Will I Be Loved?